Hello everyone, my name's Tony and welcome back to Fragdicted. I'm going to be doing a review today on a new favourite of mine. So spoiler alert straight from the off. So now you've got to stay and watch this video. Does that make me sound like a beg? Yeah, I think it does. So thanks for joining me. As you would have seen from the title, because I'm not going to treat you like an idiot, you must have seen it in the title, otherwise you probably wouldn't be here, unless you're just here to see my face. In which case, if you are just here to see my face, you need to subscribe to the channel. There's still over 50% of my watchers not subscribing.
What's wrong with you? Subscribe!
Did you see the bell as well? There is a bell. If you didn't see it, have a look, there's a bell. Hit the bell. Ring the bell, whatever you want to do with the bell, but click all. Then you will receive a notification whenever I drop a video. Anyway, am I boring you yet? I better get into the review. So let me tell you a quick story. Matière, they reached out to me on Instagram and asked if they could send me a sample strip sheet. Yes, a sample strip sheet. Say that 10 times fast. This sheet I'll leave a picture of here. I did a live video, and in the live I went through all the fragrances and gave my thoughts on them, but they weren't reviews, they were just literally first impressions off of paper. From those reviews I established very quickly what my favourites were, and you know what? Every fragrance on those test strips I liked. They're an incredible brand and I fell in love instantly with a couple. One of the ones I fell in love with is the one I'm going to be reviewing today, and that is Encens Suave. Can you believe that fragrance reviewing on YouTube is a thing? I am telling you how something smells that you can't smell where you are, but I can try and explain it to you, but you can't smell it. And my taste might be different to yours. I get that that is absolutely crazy, but I really enjoy doing this, so I'm going to do it anyway. A lot of people that watch my channel, they'll know what my taste is and what I like. So when I do tell you I like something, I like it. And this is something I like.
A lot.
It is right up my street, alley, whatever you want to say. What is this like? The notes, as you've seen from the screen, are wonderful. It's got some of my favourite notes in, like labdanum and vanilla and benzoin. What's it called? Always been a little bit intrigued by the note of incense. So this also opens up with a hint of coffee mixed in with that incense. So like a really hot steaming cup of vanilla latte without the milkiness, if that makes sense. So the vanilla mixed with the steam coming from the coffee cup, giving that incensey and vanilla feel. Or maybe I just want a coffee. Why am I thinking about coffee now? Cheers. I better tell you a little bit more about it. I get that lovely whiff of addictive incense. It is the nicest incense fragrance that I've smelt so far, and it's really made me curious as to what else there's out there that I might like as much with the same note. And that smokiness stays for quite some time. I would say it's the main note that it's focused on, really. So that frankincense note is definitely the note that the other notes surround and hug and caress. This is turning into a Mills and Boon story. I personally love the warm, comforting spiciness you get from it as well. Now, it's not spiciness in the fact that there's herbs or other spices like pepper or anything like that in it. The balsamics, the resinous notes, give off that warmth and that slight spice that I've just mentioned. And that also gives it some real depth, and it really sits on the skin beautifully. It almost comes across as a little bit ambery. And I also detect just a hint of like a suede or a leather note in there, but I know that's not listed. That could be coming from the labdanum. There is this lurking sweetness that is there from the opening to the end of the wearing, and That is one of the main reasons I like this fragrance. If it didn't have that sweetness, I don't think that I would find it as addictive and as easy to wear. And it certainly wouldn't be as mass appealing as it is. But that sweetness is never overdone. It never becomes sickly, not to me anyway. It never over-dominates that composition. It never really becomes cloying. Now, one thing I would say about this on that subject, don't overspray this. You don't need to. In fact, the lightness that you would get from it if you undersprayed would give you a completely different wearing to if you oversprayed it. So I wore this to work yesterday and I only sprayed it about 4 times, I would say. Once on each wrist and once on either side of my neck. And that was more than enough. It's a really, really smooth blend. It has been very, very well composed and put together. So in the dry down, the vanilla mixes with the resinous notes and the balsams in this. And that is where it becomes a masterpiece to me. It becomes just so comforting and warming. And then you get that hint of coffee. Put all that together with that incense note is just divine. It really is. On me, it actually goes a little powdery. I'm not sure I've seen anyone mention that. To me, it's quite a powdery fragrance. It's not like overly powdery, like it doesn't remind me of like talcum powder or anything like that. The way it sits on the skin, and when I smell it, I get that sort of almost sort of musky powderiness from it. And I think that helps stick it to the skin and give it some projection as well. Let's talk about performance. Now, I've already mentioned I wore this yesterday, sprayed it on in the morning, and I got a whole day's wearing from it. I didn't have to even be tempted to spray it once. It is one of the best performing fragrances I've actually worn in some time. And you know what? You get lovely, lovely wafts of it all day. You can constantly smell it, even with a mask on. At work, when I'm sat at my desk, I can take my mask off. There's no one there. I'm in my workspace. And as soon as you take the mask off, you get that fresh waft of it. Obviously your mask goes on, you can still smell it a little bit, especially as it's quite close to you. But then you take your mask off and it's like you've resprayed over again. When I got home, the wife gave me a hug. Yes, she hugged me. She literally came in close and said, "Oh, what are you wearing? That's nice and sweet." And she liked it. She really likes this fragrance, and that is an absolute bonus for me. It means I can wear it whenever I want, and I think it would work wonderfully well in a really comforting, cozy setting. When to wear it, I think if you wore this in the highest of heats, it then could become a little cloying. Other than that, in the UK especially, throughout, apart from the high heat, which we don't get that often, but a summer's evening, maybe you'll get away with it, and the rest of the year, no problem at all. Especially the winter and the colder months, I think this would really, really work well in lower temperatures. Who can wear it? Anybody. Literally anybody. A young child might not want to wear it, but any adult can wear it. And you know what? You're going to smell completely different to anybody else wearing anything. It is a very, very high quality fragrance. Where can you pick this up? Now you can pick this up direct on the website of Matière Premier. I'll be leaving all the details below. They have different size bottles on the website. You can buy a Discovery pack. It gets the 6 ml bottle, which are brilliant. They've got great sprayers on, and you get enough there to have a good few wear-ins. I believe the bottles in Harrods, the 100 ml bottles, are £190, which that for luxury niche is around the money I would expect it to be. But just to recap, incense, the main note, vanilla plays a huge part in this. The resins play a huge part in this, and the coffee plays a huge part in this. Those notes blending together, I've never smelled anything like it, and it has gone straight into being one of my favourite fragrances that I own. Now, I am going to sparingly use this until I need to buy myself a bigger bottle, and I will use this as a treat and when I want that cozy, warming feeling. If I did ever make a 10 out of 10 fragrance video, I think you know some of my fragrances that will be in there. This will be in there too. So thank you to Matière Premiere for sending me this 6 ml bottle. Fantastic brand, fantastic fragrance. Anyway, I said at the beginning, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it yet. I know that's annoying, like. I will see you again very, very soon. Don't forget to keep smelling wonderful.